We've got banana. I don't know if I'm muted or not. I'm not muted. Thank you, Slobs, for all the beautiful changes that you make. Like making it impossible to read the announcements when you got the preview of the stream on, you know? Thanks for making the microphone and the audio no longer visible. You know, I can't complain, the software's free. Yeah, it doesn't show me what's going on in my desktop audio or microphone anymore. Because I'm muted. Why am I muted? No, wait, I'm being trolled. Adam! Thank you. I know I can trust Adam. Okay. Great. The first message I read is someone trying to troll me. You have successfully trolled me in my moment of doubt that apparently in Slobs there is no audio. So, you know. What was that beautiful music right there? The pre-stream music today was Ostra with The Beast. Amazing, powerful song. Beautiful singing. Beautiful stuff. And now, the Command and Conquer music from the original Command and Conquer game and the expansion pack. A little bit of Frank Lapaki today, you know. Two sides to this soundtrack. We're listening to the Covert Operations, which has a more covert, a mysterious feel to it. And then we'll have all those crazy industrial metal songs in the middle of the stream, and then this record again at the end. That's the plan for the music today. I don't remember ever telling you the plan for the music with so much detail before. Now, I was going to talk about spoilers. I just realised, for the brain smarts people out there, there's actually more spoilers than I... Oh, I'm showing it all off. All the spoilers. I completely forgot I left this stuff here. It doesn't matter. I will tell you my plan for this live stream, because it involves spoilers. In fact, I'll be telling you about just how I've been feeling today. Okay, so Thursdays on my day off, went out and saw a movie and had a wonderful day. Really good stuff. Always enjoy my day off with the family. But when I came back, I knew I was in this mood where I would be unproductive. I just kind of knew. I didn't quite feel like live streaming. But I realised if I don't stream, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be productive and not do anything. So, the one thing that I wanted to do was start on the next episode of Hermitcraft, and that means that there's spoilers. You know, this is going to spoil the next episode. I know, people. You've just tuned in and you're thinking, Asuma, I'm going to unsubscribe from your channel because you spoil your own content. I was looking forward to that video, but now it's ruined. I'm sorry. Feel free to unsubscribe. But anyway, I realised that if I just force myself to stream, I always enjoy streaming, so if I force myself to do it, once I'm here, it's just like running, it's just like working out, it's just like eating good. Once you're doing it, it's not as bad as you thought, and you can just crack on with it. And now that you're all here with me, I'm like, yeah, I love streaming. Why was I thinking I wasn't in the mood for this? Anyway, it will force me to be productive, and therefore you will see spoilers. We're going to work on the stuff that I was going to do for the beginning of my next episode, but I just kind of knew if I didn't stream, I'd probably just end up distracting myself. I'm just in that mood. So, yeah, spoilers ahead, peeps. Spoilers ahead. You know, exclusive previews. Always look on the bright side of life. Exclusive previews. We're probably going to have to go repair some tools, I think. Might be a good idea. For what we're doing today, I don't think we need that straight away. That's a spooky shovel, says Brewfish. Yeah, it's spooky because it's almost been destroyed. Oh dear. Yeah, so I will read noises in here and all of that. I just kind of want to tidy up this inventory a little bit further. We're going to need a bunch of scaffolding today. And then I've got all kinds of blocks that I could sort away, but I'm just feeling like let's just put them somewhere and let that be. Here we go. So I should have sorted some of these away already, really. Had all the blocks out a moment ago, didn't I? Cool, so that's where we're at. We need more scaffolding and we need more concrete stuff. Right, so I've talked about how I'm feeling. How are you feeling? Hope you're doing well, having a good Halloween. Let's get to those noises in the ear. We got Emma Lou, Dee-Doo, for 36 months in a row. We got Haley Bailey, resubscribed for 10 months, saying happy Halloween, everyone. The Rolling Stone is here subscribing. We've got the 5th of November for 3 months in a row. We've also got Father of Apocalypse resubscribing for 13 months, saying, good to see you're not dead. I am indeed not dead. I am not dead, sue me yet. Chris F 007 is here for 2 months, saying, woot woot, thank you for your support, dude. BPSC Cheney is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. And then we have Elad Jenkins doing cheers, throwing bits, saying hooray for motivation. One of us should have some. One of us should have some. You know, motivation, I'm going to say it because I say it so many times. It's not so much motivation. I think discipline is more valued. If you think about the decision that I made, it was based on not feeling motivated. I didn't feel like straight. I've had a day where I don't think I slept too well last night, an exhausting day, out on my feet a lot, and I just feel, you know, kind of like I just want to relax and chill out. And you know what that means? Not being productive, not getting stuff done. And then the next day I'll be behind on things, right? So it's more of a decision of like, if I force myself to do this, I'll get something done. Because I was pretty sure if I didn't stream, I wouldn't get anything done. Yeah. I don't know where that started, but that's where it ended. Elad Jenkins, thank you so much for the cheers and bits. We got Badger Spanner doing cheers and throwing bits, saying happy Halloween, lovely nerds, and X. Because I get separate classification, it clearly means I'm not a nerd, okay? Okay, I'm not going through some sort of severe nerd denial here. I'm just saying, separate classification, clearly not a nerd. Alright? Only a nerd would think of that, though, so that kind of backfired. Right. Badger, thank you so much for the cheers and bits. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Badger Spanner clarifying here. No, you're not lovely. Sorry. Yeah, got it. You were classifying that I'm not lovely, but I'm the nerd. Cheers. Cheers, Badger. You know. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. How am I going to do the rest of this live stream? How am I going to cope? How am I going to cope? Let's go grab... Ugh! Fell on my shins. This could do with a torch here. Let's grab torches, buckets of water, soul sand is kind of already there. There's just so much stuff to be done, and I don't know where to start. This is going to be one of those things. I'm going to read a message in chat, actually. I'm going to interrupt my own train of thought. Adam asks, how do you be productive? X, work hard even when you don't want to. Yeah, but what's the secret? Okay, so you're probably reading something in chat. Man, I say it so many times. The secret is, like, doing the thing that sucks, okay? Like, you have to accept that it sucks and do it anyway. That's pretty much the trick. That's the difference most of the time. Once you can accept that, then you start to put up with the suck because you know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's something good coming your way, right? The deeper you get into that, the less it sucks and the more you appreciate the good stuff. So it's all about persistence, really, I guess. You know, not giving yourself excuses. If you're listening and thinking, yeah, but, brilliant, okay, take that yeah, but, and throw it out the window. That's the thing that you just got to be like, hey, that is there, it's going to annoy me, let it be, I'm going to do this thing anyway, right? Put up with the, oh, I don't want to do this, you know? Which, by the way, is not how I feel about streaming. I knew once I get started with streaming, as always, I love it. Right, I'm trying to, in my mind, sort of free up some space here. I think what I'm going to do is this, just shuffle the grass into these other ones. And then the dirt. And then we've got like one full, fresh shulker box. Yep, almost. And so these three are coming with me over to this other area. Along with my ender chest. Right, let's catch up with those noises in the ear. F Rules is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. C Murph 41 is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Hoop Flup Freer is here for 2 months saying happy Halloween. X, always exciting to catch a stream of yours. Thank you everyone for your support, your subscriptions. I appreciate it. Father of Apocalypse is here with cheers and bits saying to everyone who's asking about demise, 2 hermits have supposedly died, however their videos are not out yet. Yes, I mean, the game of Demise is being played. There will be deaths. There will be deaths you don't know about that you then know about in a video. So, you know, just wait and those videos will come your way and you can enjoy them. Father Apocalypse, thank you ever so much for the 500 bits. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We also got Marshmallow Jello here with a donation. Marshmallow Jello, I appreciate your support to the channel. I thank you for your donation. And there's no message with that. If it wasn't intended, throw one in chat. I'll try and catch it. This is the other thing that I need right here. Some white concrete. Sweet. Okay, so I need to log on with my camera account and start figuring some stuff out. How about some Achacha decorations, says Dan Yami. Well, the thing is, this place ain't very Achacha-y, is it? Like, it's all white blocks here. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to figure out how this bit over here is going to work. Have you ever farted on stream, says Vicaroo. I've let some rip silently, yes. And one time my chair made a big squeak and someone in chat said you farted. And I went, no. No, that wasn't me. Look, peeps, there's nothing to be ashamed about when it comes to farting. It's just a normal bodily function. You know? I think we only need this thing to be free wide. What I've got to do is suppress the water coming out. And I've been trying to think of... Whoa, that was crazy loud. The Nine Gods is here, resubscribing for 44 months in a row, saying, sorry, I wasn't able to name you early, but for October, you were Shemp. I'll also give you your August name, Jimothy. Shemp and Jimothy. Thanks for my monthly names, the Nine Gods. I appreciate it. We've got a Slipgator in chat. Slipgator says, I just farted. It's normal. See? See? Slipgator's here and farting, peeps. Oh, jeez. Busted my mouse. Adamart says, quality content, saving for later. Highbrow content, talking about farting. So what I'm thinking is, the water... fell down. The water could flow into this gap from source blocks. That much would work. This probably doesn't need to be 3 deep. If I use fence posts down here, the player would in theory be able to hold down forward and walk all the way onto the soul sand. I can also use waterlogged blocks. Ooh, it might be time for a little bit of experimentation here. Experimenting with water. Right, let's throw down the old ender chest. Get out the old backpack. Where is some water? I'm going to need to create a water supply somewhere in this space. Thought I could hear water then for a second. Hi X, what are you working on, says Water Raji. For the beginning, we're working on a soul sand elevator to take us up to the next level. So there is like a source there, but it's not all 4. There we go, that's what we're looking for. Always good to have these just dotted around the place so you can keep using the water. Call me Bread. Welcome, or Brad. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Okay, and now what we're going to do is fill up these buckets again. So these experiments we're about to conduct, they could be disastrous. I need to replace that with that, and in theory everything would stay the same. So now that I'm thinking it through, this is easier and easier because I've just seen that block. So let's say we do that. Okay, and then we want to... I should really get my camera account on now that we're doing stuff. I'm getting the camera account, peeps. Also got a hot cup of tea here we're going to be drinking in a little bit. Okay, in here we go. You can't see it, but I'm logging in. Well, you might be able to see it. Jeez, I wouldn't know if this is going wrong or right because my slobs thing doesn't give me a preview anymore. So you shouldn't be able to see my camera account. If you can, you're stuck watching me from a distance. So if I put... Oh, this is so going to backfire if I do it wrong. Let's make a proper barrier. I'm going to put that there and here and here. This would essentially be our wall. And you know what? It might as well be the same material to begin with. I'm going to get rid of the second... Actually, let's keep 2 layers of soul sand, just a little bit easier to have more space to move in here. Okay, so this here... Right. This experiment isn't working. I need to expand it a little bit. Remember, this is a waterlogged block here. It's not going to flow to the lowest point. Maybe this won't actually work. The fact that it's all spreading out... Okay, so that didn't. Now, if I put it the other way around, that's probably not going to make a difference. Oh, interesting. That way around, it does what I suspect it might have done. Okay, next order of business. To try this from somewhere else. Let's fill these buckets up. I really need to put some of these materials away though. So what about when it's there? Yeah, look, it maintains this flow to the lowest point philosophy. Philosophy! It's not Minecraft physics, it's Minecraft philosophy. Okay, that's exactly what it is. So, in order for us... excuse me. In theory, shouldn't I be able to click on that? I guess it's not like a normal water source, is it? There we go. Now I can do that. We'll make these quartz blocks. And for, I guess, the sanity of the elevatoral participant who may turn around and look back at those ghastly stone slabs, we should convert them also into the religion of the quartz. What was that ominous sound? I don't know if you could hear it with the music on, but I just heard a crazy ominous Minecraft sound. Wait, can I still hear it? Yeah, I can. Huh. It's a sound that a mob makes that they added a while back. It's really weird. I hear it all the time. I need to go look up what sound it is again so I know what mob it is. But there's a mob like in this area that makes this crazy sound. And I think in Season 5 I was even talking about putting that mob in my base so I could get those crazy sound effects. I thought it was the blaze. There are definitely no blazes here, so it's something different. I guess actually I could do this. Ooh. Oh no, that actually makes total sense. So we have to have the water there first. Then in theory we might... We can do that. Right, this is working. Basically, this is actually working. Now I can nab from back here again. And then do that at the next level. Pinch from the back, put it there. And it all flows up to this height. So, again. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe, peeps. 1 here. 1 there. And 1 there. Sweet. Then the next level, and we're kind of done. And that's a crazy loud noise in my ear. Right, that is it. That's all we got to do. How do I get back down? How do I get in there? I'm going to have to make an opening for myself. Temporary workspace opening. Potentially hazardous. Literally, just fell down. Definitely potentially hazardous. Okay, so now what I can do is remove these blocks. Put the yellow one there, put the blue ones here, and that... It's not the classiest looking thing, I'll give you that. But you can just walk, whoa, straight in and get chucked up here. So you can get chucked up to the next level and it's one way. And we've got another crazy noise in the air. So, Effigy Dragon has subscribed with Amazon Prime. We've also got Leia for 41 months in a row. And Badger Spanner is here doing cheers. Throwing bits, saying, sorry if this is late, I got distracted. Fine, you are a lovely nerd. Happy now? Just call me lovely. Forget the nerd bit. Jeez, I'm not a nerd. I'm not a total not a nerd, okay? There's no such thing as a Minecraft nerd. Badger, as always, I appreciate your banter. Banter spanner. Oh. Yes, thank you so much for the support as always, everyone. So, does this look good or not? Because I can't help but feel the water coming close doesn't actually look the greatest. Maybe that should have all been recessed into a corridor a little bit further. That's always something we can just come back to later, though, if I decide that's important or not. Oops. So for now, what we can do is build this up. Now, it seems to me like it makes a lot of sense to... Actually, no, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I was going to say, make this the floor, like this level, and then the light sources have like carpets above them, but that's not actually how it should go, because we're using this material here, so it needs to be at least one block above, and giving extra space to all of this helps as well. So, we go back up here. Building a platform, I think around this height and then putting the concrete powder on it might be the way to go. I don't know though. So then the floor of the next build would be around this height. Okay, if I'd stop flying for a second. If you need to put a light in, you can punch out a bit of scaffolding. We should definitely not rely on scaffolding though. So we can have that height there. X, have you heard of the piece of music called 433? I have. I listened to it many times today. Dude, use your new elevator, says Eli Jenkins. What is my new elevator? I'm not aware of what my new elevator is. Face the Sun Art is here subscribing with Prime. Face the Sun Art, thank you ever so much for the Prime subscription. I appreciate it. We've got a suggestion to use slabs for the floor. If we put them at this height, it allows us to walk around. Oh wait, no, that's 2 blocks. Well, you could also crouch walk on top of the light sources, so that would work. The thing is, can we squeeze in 2 floors, right, is the next question. So maybe what we've got, we can get away with lowering it by 1. But then we've got to think about the height. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got the ceiling. So remember, I've got some concrete here as well. Okay, so I want to put one here. And it doesn't like me. It just doesn't like me. We'll put one over here. So then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite like that. Damn it. Ceiling. But then we're going to need more blocks on top of that, right? Here we go. We've got a noise in the ear from Maddie Madman1, subscribing with Amazon Prime, and Real Fally for 6 months, saying, goodness, I've spent 6 months paying to watch someone place blocks when I could have done it for free. Oh well, worst way to spend your cash, I guess. Here's to 6 more months. Thank you ever so much, dude, I appreciate it. I mean, yeah, you don't have to subscribe, I'll still be here streaming. But, dude, thank you so much for the support, appreciate it. So we'd have this here, then we'd have a light source directly above it. This gap of 2 blocks, minimum, what we're discussing. White concrete powder. Then we're going to have... Shouldn't it drop? No, that's not how it works. White concrete powder. I think we can see already it's not enough room. 1, 2, 3. So in theory I could squeeze 1 extra floor all the way up here. I don't know if we're going to need it or not. I think we should look at it like, let's get the next floor in and not worry about the one on top for now. Okay, so we will have to lower it a bit, and then if ever we need that space, we can squeeze in something. But it means we need to just lower this all by 1 block. Right, that should work. X, you should play Slime Rancher on Asuma too, but okay if he doesn't. Well, I'm glad it's okay if I don't, because No, I've actually already played Slime Rancher on Asuma 2. If you go over to that channel and search Slime Rancher, you'll find me playing it. So, you got what you wanted. Yeah, we're going to lower this by 1 block then and put slabs directly below it. In theory, we could squeeze out one more layer if ever we needed it up the top. But we're going to focus on this layer here. Now, that's going to be a restaurant and below it a car park. So I think what we'll do is go... We're going to have a corridor go in... Maybe like a... We're going to go into that space, then turn around and come back this way. But then I also want to utilize this. It's going to be super tricky to figure out a floor plan for this. I think now is the time for tea, right? Just making some notes about what we've done so far. And I just want to place... Oh, I've already got stone slabs. A few more of that, really. I know I've got some somewhere in here. Yeah. Place a few of these, and then we're good. So they're going to go at this height here. Then we can replace that with these blocks if need be. There is another school of thought here, is like, what if you need your showroom to have more depth to it, but we might just be overthinking things then. Okay, this probably means I'm going to need like a whole bunch more stone over here as well. And some lights to light it all up. Alright, it's time to kick off my camera account. For now. Right, I'm going to sip some of my tea. Hi Asuma, I was in a stream the other day and you were talking about the privacy VPN. I've searched this topic and found out that you can be mostly anonymous in the Tor browser, what people call the dark web. What's your opinion about the dark web and using it in ways that sometimes are even illegal in your country? I highly recommend not using the Tor browser. If you use the Tor browser, the way in which it anonymizes the data in the network means that you'll be actively participating and facilitating anything that goes on there. And some of the darkest things happen on the dark web, hence the name. By using the Tor browser, you'll be helping other people conduct those activities. So I in no way recommend using the Tor browser. David Severian says, if you make it tall enough, you can put in stairs and higher floors in your showroom if you need it. Yeah, maybe we should go taller and just have it in the middle. Something like that. Imagination Mind says, wasn't Tor made by a US government agency? Yes, it was. I think it was made by the FBI. This is a good cup of tea. I'm just guzzling it all down. Zorok says, that's like saying every ISP is responsible for what their users do. No, it's not quite. Sometimes you shouldn't conflate things. Okay, so the way in which Tor anonymizes people's use is by using the people who use it as like servers that ping the information through, right? So if you want to visit server over here, you ping it through loads of other places, and this is why the Tor browser is slow, because the data that you request on the network or that someone else has requested goes through all these different points, and by accessing the network you become one of those points. You actively shuffle around data, right? So if someone's doing something horrendous online, talking about something, sharing something, that data can go through you. You participate in helping them move it around. If you're not there, it's still probably going to move around because so many people are using it, right? But it's just one of the things about it. Zorik says, yes, you become a point, just like your ISP is a point. No, your internet service provider is providing you with an internet connection, a place to connect to the rest of the internet, right? It doesn't mean that other data on the internet is bounced through you, which is what the Tor network does. Your ISP doesn't go, someone down the street needs this data, we're going to ping it through your computer first. If you're connected to the TorNet browser, you're then acting as like a little server that sends all this encrypted data around the place. The reason it bounces around so much is because it makes it incredibly difficult to track. Yes, the internet passes through you, exactly like all your data passes through your ISP. Zorok, your internet service provider provides you with the internet access to it. Going onto the Tor browser means that you act as like a server, and then other traffic from around the internet passes through you. You help facilitate the anonymization of the data. Okay? You help other people who are doing nefarious things there. When you connect to the internet through your ISP, you're not doing anything like that. I think they just don't get it. Which is fine. It's not all nefarious, says Snuff Kinnell. It's not all nefarious, sure, but some of it is. And when I learned that, I just, like, if you've heard some of the horror stories of what's on there, you will, by chance, just be facilitating some of that information or data being shared by connecting to it. Right, let's catch up on these noises in the ear, okay? We're not being very productive at the moment. Haley says hi, says, did I scare you? Oh, boo. Happy Halloween. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Haley says hi. We got SS Flowers here with a donation saying, Sleepy Flowers here. Have any plans for this weekend? And what is your favourite art medium? I'll be in and out of the stream due to bad internet connection, but this is just a little gift from me. Well, thank you for your support. My favourite artistic medium will always be music. I don't know what would be a second to that. Maybe movies. I think music, then movies. Do we count podcasts as art? You know, it's another form of entertainment, food for the brain. Who knows? Thank you so much. I do have plans for the weekend. I got a whole bunch of things I'm doing and trying to record a video in between. Okay. Valor of the Hunt has subscribed with Amazon Prime, and XB Crafted is here gifting subs to Fishy TF, Ben MH, Veal Chart, Ali N, or Alien even, and Alien for 25 months, and Matrix Masher 47, Twitch, Mr. XB Crafted, my fellow hermit, so glad to have you tuning in today. Thank you for your generosity supporting my community over here. Peeps, go check out Mr. XB Crafted on the Twitch, on the YouTubes. He's a fellow hermit. You can find him on hermitcraft.com. I did not get back to you about your proposal, XB, on Discord. I'll tell you now. I'll send you a message. I'll write it. I'll put it in a note. That's the easiest way. XB Crafted. And I'll remember to reply to you on Discord. I was on my phone at the time. That's one thing about Discord I'd really like. Is just to reactivate the reminder of a message, because sometimes I'm on phone and I'm like, I need to reply to that later, or I just shouldn't open Discord on my phone, basically, right? Okay, let's go Tesco. What do I need here? So we're going to build a layout and a platform at a little bit of a higher height, and we're going to use stone slabs to do that. So we need to go fish out a bunch of stone. That's good. Then it should be pretty straightforward, this next bit, like being able to just create a layout, right? That shouldn't be too much of a bother. Samcraft3014 is here, resubscribing for 4 months in a row, saying, Hey X, hope you're having a fantastic and super spooky Halloween today. Thank you, dude, I appreciate it. You know, for Halloween, I don't really get in the spirit of it or do anything. We did do something last year, which was pretty cool, but it's not really something that I celebrate, but I kind of like, you know, Halloween-themed stuff to some extent. But yeah, thank you so much for the support, dude. We got Danto Ranto subscribing with Amazon Prime, and we got Valor of the Hunt gifting subs to you peeps in the community. Peeps, if you hear your name being read out loud, you're now gifted a sub by Valor of the Hunt, Minecraft14678, Schwandex, Jayakai777, and Box with Flowers, and TechnoWizard406. Thank you for the support, Valor. I appreciate you doing that for the community, and XB as well. Peeps, can we get some love hearts in chat for Valor and XB here? Supporting the peeps, gifting out those subs. Okay, we apparently have the stone and the stone slabs here. Probably not enough for a whole floor plan. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go get a shulker box from my base to do this next bit. Makes the most sense to me. Secret entrance, don't tell anyone about it. 7 rockets. Can we do this? 1 rocket, that's perfect. I'll get to the nether portal with that. We got Zyablo. Zyablo? Am I saying it correctly? I'm probably not. Zyablo, thank you ever so much for your Amazon Prime subscription. DDubs1974 is here for 2 months as well, saying, love your work and discussions. Thank you ever so much, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the discussions that we have. What are we going to discuss about next, peeps? What on earth are we going to discuss? I'll tell you what we'll discuss about. Something else I wanted to say at the beginning of the stream. I tweeted out a talk that Tom Scott gave. It is a great, great talk. He has really encapsulated so many of the topics around YouTube, social media, what's happening in society today because of how our lives are being shaped by algorithms, as they say. And it's an amazing watch. It's an hour long. Every minute of it is brilliant. It's a really great presentation. It's on my Twitter if you want to go watch it. I agreed with pretty much everything he said, except for one bit. There was a part where he started to talk about Twitch. And he was talking about how people are streaming and they're like saying thank you to all these people that come in. And then he was like, he sort of summarized it as being like an emotionally exhausting thing to do. And I was like, no, it's invigorating to do this. This is like getting energized, you know, doing a stream. Of course, you're going to be a bit knackered after because you've just been talking for 2 hours, but you know, a stream gets me fired up and inspired. I feel so much more like productive, like I was talking about earlier, feeling a bit lazy. Now I'm here and I'm doing it, and it's what I always enjoy. And then after, I'll go get a bunch of other stuff done. Right, it gets me in the zone, or whatever you want to call it. There's only one thing I can nitpick with his entire presentation, and you know what? He's not a streamer himself. If you're a streamer yourself, then you're gonna have a better understanding of that particular nuance, I guess. Anyway, really great video, really great video. Kind of stuff I like to talk about, right? But he just articulates it so well, so well. Really, really got all the points across. Okay, there we go. So that's more than enough. Brilliant. Let's go take care of this project. Let's walk all the way back over there to find out that there's something else I need to come all the way back over here to grab. That's how we roll over here. Productivity. What do you think this is? Jonathan's says, do you watch that are not related to Minecraft? If yes, what categories are they? I mostly watch things that are not related to Minecraft. My favourite type of content on the YouTubes is the world of like podcasts and edutainment. I like to learn about stuff. However, I will kind of caveat that by saying in an entertaining way. Like a lot of the stuff I kind of do forget that I watch, and then a lot of stuff I half remember as well, and I'm very aware of that. I say I have like learning difficulties with stuff. I know I do struggle to learn in some respects, but I think saying that is a bit of a cop-out, because the reality is when you absorb stuff as entertainment, you're not taking it in as deeply as like if you were studying. So of all these things I watch in these edutainment videos, if I like were to actually properly study them, then I'd probably remember stuff a lot better. And one of my goals is to one day get to a point where if the Minecraft stuff fades out and becomes less relevant, that I have a platform built to start becoming more investigative and have more time to read and research, and when I give these opinions, try and put more thought and research behind them. And you know, that's my current kind of goal, is to build a foundation to do that in the future if possible. So yeah, suggestion for the highway: make a separate lane that's long enough to switch it to avoid it, which makes you run into the cacti and stop. That's actually kind of what I'd done. I moved it all over to the side. Did you like my reading voice then? It went all weird and funky. Radio voice, says Badger. Yeah, it probably was a little bit like radio. You're listening to Radio 5 kind of thing, right? I need to work on that voice. Doing voices is fun. I used to do voices when I was younger, like impressions. I just don't like doing them when I think about it. I like doing them organically. You know? Badger says Ren's radio voice is amazing. I can imagine it is. In fact, I probably heard it. He's probably used it in an episode by now, right? With all the crazy characterizations he's doing. Okay, I need to just, for now, probably put a couple of things in here. So, I think we're just going to start building a layout. We just need some kind of like considerations here. Let's pop out all of this stuff as well. We need to consider... excuse me. In fact, actually, I think it might make more sense to do this with scaffolding first to some extent, or maybe not. Because it isn't as permanent, but then you're going to have loads of blocks falling down and stuff. I think we're going to do this with scaffolding first. I am so just back and forth today. Just like, we'll do this. No, we'll do that. We'll do this. We'll do that. That kind of thing. Okay, so, the layout up here. The width of a corridor, and it doesn't have to stay the same, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is the width of a corridor, and then these rooms so far have been... Wait, am I including that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is the width of a corridor. It kind of makes me think that we're not really even going to end up using that space, perhaps? And then the width for these rooms are 1, 2... Whoopsie. Oh, this is too full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 off the back. So it would kind of make sense to go in this direction again. And maybe follow this down here. Then take a turn in that way. So we can have like a big loop. There's also all this extra space over here. This is clearly for the next set of rooms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're going to have a much smaller space to work with. I think it might be smart to make our future corridors not as wide as the first one. And I reckon we could shave, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I reckon we could shave a block off on that side. 1, 2, 3. This is wider over here. So I think our corridor width should probably be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7 across. Then rooms are also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a wall on the back. So something like 8. So when we come up here, we're looking at... Let's grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now what I'm thinking is... We can't even use this space here. Like, if we go in that direction and turn around, there's not really, like, room for anything. I think it might make more sense for this corridor to go all the way to the back of that room, come up there, and go all the way across. Then there's room for big showcases on this side, room for big showcases on that side again, and then you'll end up somewhere over here. Then you go into the warehouse was the idea. So then we could use this space here as the warehouse. You know, when you do big projects like this, if you do it in creative mode, you have access to like nudge all the things that you built, move everything over by one block. When you do it in survival, unless you do actually plan out every single block in advance, you kind of run into this problem over and over again. It's a little bit crazy, but that's kind of the way it is. Now I wonder if we should convert this here into a new corridor. So rather than have the water, you go through this into a new corridor, but it's the layout of the smaller 7x7. I think that's what we're going to end up doing here. We're going to actually dismantle this beautiful bit of building that we've done. Funny how it works out, right, peeps? Everything we've done so far is a lie. So much for productivity. To be fair, this is exactly what happens off camera. I build a bunch of stuff, I then realise measurements and this thing needs to go over here, and that's too big, and then you do some rebuilding. It's one of the things I guess I like about modded is that you have some power play tools. I love some power play tools in this game sometimes, right? Okay, let's read the noises in the year. We got Badger Spanner gifting subs again to peeps in the community. Badger, thank you as always for the gifted subs and supporting the peeps here. Some of y'all are now subscribers like Nightcrawler BE, Slushy Power 10, Blueberry Tiger 2, Ryoko 1799, and Lemia 04. Thank you for tuning in, peeps. You're now subscribed. You can throw emotes into the chat like the butchering of the name emote for when I butchered the name, which I probably just did. Perfect. Thank you, Badger, again. Probably gifted the most subs of anyone ever at this point. Yeah, I had a feeling it might do that. Dum dum dum. Okay, let's chuck all the scaffolding in there. I've got a feeling... Yeah, then that happens, right? What are you doing? What damage are you doing? You're knocking out torches. You're letting the baddies spawn. We can't be having that. Oh yeah, X use kelp to make placing water easier. It's actually really easy here because we can just use a bucket and stack the water on top of itself. So, it turned out to not really be a bother here. Right, now, I think what we should do, leave this exactly as is. Maybe you walk through like a 3-block segment here, right? Just going to show you what that would look like. So we put a bit of a roof on it for a moment. We'll put a light source there in the middle. I should probably get my camera account on again, actually, as I'm going to just time-lapse these bits that we do in the stream. So the first part of the time-lapse was me figuring out everything we're not going to use. Brilliant. Ghost says, okay, I've got way too many different answers. What's the question? Ghost says, how did you get your name? I took the word music, I changed the C to an X, I flipped it around, I added some letters, something like that. It stems from the word music, but if you flip the word music back, then you'll probably see the connection. Badger says he pronounces his name but. Badger with the propaganda. The lies, as always. Jeez. Okay, yeah. Oh, good God. Can't seem to do some basic parkour here, can I? I want my beautiful quartz blocks back. Okay. So I guess I want some stone slabs, which I have here. Ooh, spooky sound. I don't have a crafting bench? That seems a bit mad, doesn't it? We're definitely going to need some light sources. Big time. Probably going to run out of them now, aren't I? Knowing me. Arangelo says, any good new music you've been listening to lately? There's always my blog. Whatever's on my blog is what I've been listening to, right? Listen to the new Baby Metal record. There's a few others as well. I think the best record I've heard in recent weeks or months is the Shade Empire Arcane Omega. I keep going back to that and it keeps sounding fantastic. That record was wonderful. We got double sound because of the camera count being very close by. I'm going to put it up in the ceiling and minimize it as well. Here we go. Okay, so this corridor is going to go all the way back into this space, and we must make sure we leave enough space. So for our soul sand elevator, we're going to need some slabbage cabbage happening around here. Oh, I fell off somehow. Why did that happen? And then this right here. It does mean the player is going to come out and need to turn around, which I often think is not the best kind of design. Maybe we could have it in the middle of this area, come out to the area up top, and then you could have a circle of showcase rooms. How does that sound, peeps? Alexander in chat says, Hex, how did you come up with your name? I don't know if you just tuned in, but I answered that a minute ago. By the way, Theo Rolling Stone is here gifting a sub to Noel Riskel. The Rolling Stone, thank you for the gifted sub. Noel, you're now a subscriber. And Nebulous has also subscribed as well. Thank you ever so much for your support, people. I appreciate it. A circle sounds awesome. It does sound good, doesn't it? And it's kind of like the right sort of space to do it. So if we were to stand in the corner and... Okay, I think this thing's underground. If we walk in diagonally, it's kind of like a crude way to assess where roughly the middle is. And it appears to be just about there. Which would mean it's kind of close to this. So if we put it there, and we know 7 blocks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3 around the middle. I don't think it's going to work. Do I want to build something all the way up again? Also, it kind of throws this out into the open a bit, because it's not much of a walk, and then... Or maybe we need a circle on the bottom as well, right? Like a circle in 2 places. Oh, that would make the the elevator in the middle really strange. But I think it can be done. I think it can be done. Oh, decisions. Okay, I'm going to give it a shot. So what we'll do is we'll put that there. By the way, I apologise if any of this is like ridiculously boring. This is just stuff you don't see on camera that happens, like all the little iterations of trying to figure out how a layout's going to work and meet all your different demands. It's kind of similar to doing redstone in a weird way, because with redstone it's like you're trying to make this thing happen and that thing happen, and then you've got to remember that this block works this way and that block requires this much space, and you can't put this one next to that one. So if we do it like that, the water is going to flow out into the spaces in front of it, as we have proven we can do. We'll have... Maybe we'll ditch the carpet for this little circular area. Like a circular showcase room. We'll ditch the carpet perhaps. Maybe we'll just have like a white line or some other kind of thing going on. I'm not entirely sure. But we're going to surround this with the slabs so that the water falls down. Okay, this will mean that it will be an entrance as well, so I think we're going to have 1, 2, 3. It can't just be entirely open. Let's wander around here. 1, 2, 3. Let's go get some more slabs. Kitty Gaming 99 is here for 23 months, saying 1 month off 2 years. Indeed! That'll be a diamond face in chat right there. Kitty Gaming, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Hope you're entertained, enjoying this this fretting over the minor details. This is what you have to do in this game. You have to fret over them again and again until you get them right. This might not even work. What we're doing right now might turn out to be garbage. I just don't know. But we have to experiment. So this already starts to feel not particularly like attractive. Like it feels just a bit kind of garish, even though I'm kind of just beginning to build it. Now you can walk around this in a circle. This is not enough space. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not even enough space for a showroom. Yeah, there's not enough space for a showroom, basically. I don't see that working either. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to get quite linear. Continue the path through here, showcase room on either side, elevator at the back, go up, and then the player just has to turn around. They just know how to turn around, right? Crunch Theory says put it into a corner. Because of all the padding it has around it, like all the corridor space, it's like a corner is quite space consuming. It's not quite going to work, I think. Okay, so that'll be the way into the elevator. The elevator is now just going to be over here again. So we will do away with this idea. Emmylou Didu says, does it need to be on the centre or can you move it back towards where you were originally building it? If I move it any further back that way, I may as well just make it a turnaround elevator. Otherwise, there's not enough room for... Unless there is? Like, what if there is enough room for walking around? You would just have a little bit of space behind it with nothing on it. I think it doesn't make sense. We're going to go back. I'm going to go back. I apologise. I told you it might all be for nothing. And it was. Who would have known? Who would have thought? Slim Shady would have been something you would have brought. Spam bananas, says Peeps 2001. Now, why would you do that? Clearly, we're already live. The creative process is never for nothing, says Emmylou Didu. That is true. That is true. There is an end in sight. Maybe I'm over talking it, right? Because I just think this isn't entertaining. But we got 970 peeps tuning in today, so maybe it is. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying it, even if it is a little bit on the slow side today. But hey, we are getting stuff done. You know, it's not. Oh, gee, speaking of getting stuff done, I fell down. Unproductive. Fooling is unproductive, peeps. Don't be fooling. Ugh. Okay, so now we have a new corridor with the potential for a showcase room on either side. Very good. Then we go into this space. We go upwards to infinity and beyond. Let's do that. And we know how to build this elevator, so we don't really need to build all of it. Okay, and then for the floor, it's going to be white concrete powder either side of carpets. And it's going to be 3 blocks wide. We got Comboy here for 39 months in a row. Sorry, trying to keep myself entertained. Thank you so much for 39 months of support, dude. I appreciate it. What's your goal with idea, says Flumbum. Our goal is to build a customer base, you know, loyal customers that need ideas and that we provide them with. It's weird that we like cleared all of this out and now there's like a 1 block gap directly below it. Just saying. Hey X, what do you think of Bedrock Edition? Says this is Meep. I don't play Bedrock Edition. I don't mind that it exists. It's obviously a good thing. It's brought the game to many more players. If they could figure out how to get the parity down with the control of the game so it feels like you're playing this Minecraft, that would be fantastic. Then I'd probably be really interested in playing. I need to go get some dirt blocks from over here somewhere now. I love how stingy you are with the dirt block. Stingy. You can't leave even one behind. Yeah, I'm like that just with all the blocks in the game. I do, to be fair, I do actually like throw blocks away every now and then just because I can't be bothered to sort them away, but I just kind of have an instinct like if something's on the ground, go pick it up. And I notice that sometimes like you spend a bit of time going and picking up that one dirt block, climbing around, and it's like, oh, it probably wasn't worth it, like getting all over the place. Adam Art says, Bedrock is a mess right now. The last update broke so much. Well, the updates that they've just been rolling out are beta ones, right? Or I might be getting it wrong. Like, the experimental and the actual updates, I may be getting a little bit blurred on what they are. But they added, like, a bunch of stuff that this game has had for quite a long time. It's like they're struggling to bring them together. So I don't have a lot of the concrete powder, so I need to make some next. That means we need the dye chest. And a crafting bench. And now we've got 2 stacks of it. There might even be room for 2 showcases on either side, or maybe just one big one, I think would be smarter. Very cool. Those rails probably won't get used again, by the way. So don't worry about that. Okay, then we have the opportunity to change the height of the roof, but if you look at the openings here, these are fantastic, so I think we're going to stick with the same roof height. But first, let's conduct some experiments where we go back and forth for the next hour deciding what the perfect height for this room is. No, let's just settle with this, what we've already done. Badger Spanner says this music sounds a bit John Carpentry. I imagine there's a natural influence in that. Like a fair bit of industrial music has a bit of a Carpenter vibe at times, and this is heavily influenced by the industrial movement. Wait, is it really 2? It's 1. How could I get it so wrong? What's wrong with me? This is unacceptable. Okay, does that mean that these blocks also aren't actually supposed to be there? Well, see, I was fooled by the block. I can blame it on the block, right? Okay, now when it comes to the ceiling in here, we did have this sort of 2-bit that doesn't line up with anything. With it being 2 blocks, that kind of means that you're going to have your 2 blocks there, and then that is going to be your next one. Does that line up with this? It does. That's perfect then. So it will be there and there. The next thing to figure out is coming this way. Where does it line up? Like so. I think it can kind of just stop anywhere. Oh, this might encourage me. No, I'm going to move all of this over by 1 block now, aren't I? Just to make it kind of line up with that thing. So if we put 2 there, we shuffle all of these over by 1. See, this is why creative mode's so great, because you could just make a little selection with World Edit and grab this area and move it over. Oh, no, it lines up perfectly. Oh, thank goodness. Thank the heavens. The heavens that I don't believe in. Okay, there we go. Alright, is this all making sense yet? Okay, these lights will help stuff not spawn on top of here as well, which is good. Will you build a demise bunker like Iskau and Mumbo? Please answer me, says Srave. I probably won't. You know, this is my bunker right here. If anyone comes and attacks me, I can just pretend I'm an idea. I can just go stand in one of those showcase rooms and they'll be like, where's X? I see this statue of X hanging out in this little room over here, but, you know, where is he? Okay. Next ones go there. Am I doing this right? Yeah, this is, like, absolutely correct. Cool. I need more of that concrete that I put away a minute ago. It never ends. It never ends. This is actually the layout of the room right here. You're seeing it come together. Because then we can have this as an opening. By the way, loving these riffs right here. Bit of industrial metal. What do you think about Jesus as King X? I heard it was a mess, says Raving Pie. I heard the same thing. I haven't got around to listening to it yet. I do want to listen to it. But I don't know. I'll put it on my notes and I'll do it tomorrow. There you go. Kanye album. Ooh, the Kanye album. Yeah, I'll give that a listen. To be fair though, I feel like his earlier stuff was the best, and for a while there's not been anything terribly interesting. So I ain't got my hopes, I guess. Alright, so something like that, yeah? On both sides. I'm not going to finish building it because we're trying to develop the floor plan for this entire area. But that gives you a rough idea at least of the potential this space has. Lips on Real says, do you know who Joe is? Please answer me. Joe Hills? You are noob, says Adams. I am a newbie! Oh! Oh no! I had a suspicion, peeps. Oh, jeez. Y'all are watching a noob! Oh, goodness me. I did have a suspicion, to be fair. I did think I probably shouldn't be doing this. Oh no. Oh man, I got good right there, didn't I? Jeez. Joe Mama says lips unreal. Ligma. Oh, those jokes are just terrible. Just terrible. What's Ligma, says Kurdrow. Peeps, don't tell them. You don't need to know. I was being very rude. Okay, I'm kind of overdoing this. I said I wouldn't finish it, right? Oh, let's just finish it. You know, I'm pretty much there now. Pretty much there is what I am. I hope the light level's good. We're probably actually going to put some light sources in the corner and probably disguise some in the middle. I'll figure all of that out. I will figure it out, but for now I'll do that kind of mental reminder. Are you a Concorp or Sahara fan, says Mindstar. What do you mean? What do you mean? Here I am, trucking it out in idea. Look at this beautiful, incredible warehouse I've been. I think you know well and truly what team I'm on. I'm on Team Idea. Okay. Getting trolled over here, aren't I, basically? What? Oh, okay, something went fantastically, superbulously wrong then. Boom, 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 boom. Love this song. This would be great right now if, like, my base was getting... No, it wouldn't be great if the base was getting invaded. This is also not my base, but you know what I mean. This is some like, warfare music right here. Okay. Imagine if someone accidentally spills a water bucket on the floor. Imagine. Imagine all the people. Right, I'm going to do that. Shouldn't that... No, it doesn't do that. Making me walk over here to get more water. Okay, that was weird. Ryoko says, "Hey X, what's your opinion on genetic engineering of fetuses? I thought we were playing a game called Minecraft." I don't think I have that deep conversation in me right now. I don't know what I think about that. That could have made a mess right then. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I could actually build this next bit with these blocks, and it would all be good in the hood, homie, you know? So why don't we just do that? Yeah, it saves me turning it into concrete later, right? Brain smarts in the house, check me out. Oh, you got to start Minecrafting on my level. None of y'all thought of that before, did ya? None of y'all thought of that. Newbies! And that one person in chat earlier called me a noob. Oh, I'm showing them up now. I'm showing them up. I think we'll go for like 2 blocks more and then call it that on this one. Big brain! Big brain. Check me out. Okay, ooh, the bobbling here is not so pleasant. Oh yeah, check out that rockin' metal guitar. Love it. Okay. I wish I hadn't have built it all up at once. I got too excited. And I should have remembered that standing on the edges of the blocks are very convenient. Oh god. I'm getting slightly nauseous now. Jeez. This bobbing is disgusting. Does... my wings probably actually don't change how the bobbing is right now, does it? We got a noise in the ear from Il Nina Morato for 5 months saying, "Don't worry about trying to pronounce my name. I think I pronounced it correctly." Maybe. I could have well and truly got that wrong. Oh god! Okay, next level. Ugh. Ugh. Will we ever get out of this place? I do wonder. Oh god, it's making me jump super high now. Winnie T. Ford is here, gifting a sub to Firecracker. Winnie, thank you ever so much for gifting the sub. I appreciate you doing that, very kind of you. Whoa, whoa. Getting jumped about here. Thank you for giving the sub, supporting the community. I've just realised that my slobs thing appears to be kind of like behind on itself, so we need to check that out for a second. That there, then there, and it's bubbles all the way to the top, peeps. It's bubbles all the way to the top. Oh, I wonder if that was a little bit too high, actually. I might bring that down a block. Yeah, alright, let's fix this, because apparently I'm behind a bit. Oh dear, quite a bit. Raving Platypie is here, resubscribing for 3 months, saying yeet. Thank you for your resubscription. We got full velocity here. Resubscribe 3 months in a row, saying who would win a fight? A carrot or a potato? That is a great, great question. I think it would be a draw, because I think both of them are in inanimate objects. And if I know something about inanimate objects, it's that they're not very good in fights, okay? I tried to fight a rock, and I tell you what, actually, it bloodied me up pretty good. You know, the rock won. So forget my point. My point was terrible, okay? Inanimate objects are pretty good at fighting. I think they'll both win. German Creep Plays is here for 4 months, saying, finally, enough said. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know what the finally was, but all the enough said, but it's all good. Okay. So when we get off the top bit, we basically want to have our carpet. So there's going to be a sea lantern at the top. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. And then we'll branch the slabs out again. And we know exactly where these slabs are going. We know exactly where. Oh, yes, we do. Okay. Let's get this done, peeps. Let's get it done. Oh, that made me go very high. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's kind of plenty of room at this height, right? Also, it gets taller after this bit, so we'll stick with this. Now, the next thing that I want to do is put a sea lantern here. Spoilers! Ren! Okay? Okay? Shut up! Don't go over to Hermitcraft Reddit and start talking about... Get off of Twitter! Don't call up your friends. Stop commenting on that Hermitcraft episode. Stop it. Jeez, you lot. Can't trust you for anything, can I? Oh, now we got double sound because I'm high up near where the camera is. Great. Oh, double sound. I'm tuning out of this live stream. This ain't professional at all. Who is this fella with the double sound in the Minecraft? Hearty says Minecraft and the music in the background really don't mix well. I'll agree. I will say this is definitely not Minecrafty music. It's just music I love from my childhood. So many great memories of playing Command and Conquer. You know. It's beautiful. Wouldn't it be like absolutely crazy one day if we had the technology? And in a weird way, we're heading in this direction, right? We get more and more connected as time goes by. One of the next things you might be seeing with Google Stadia is you're watching videos of people playing games, but you're able to jump in the game alongside them, which we've kind of seen on Twitch already. Or you take the instance of the game that they show you and you'll be given a link to hop in at the same bit. So I could like make a Minecraft video with a challenge, right? And then it's like you click the link and you're playing that part of the, you know, episode you're watching or whatever, and you join in from that point of the game. This is one of the things Stadia can do, and it sounds really clever. But imagine some of these crazy sci-fi ideas that we have of like being able to read people's minds and see their dreams. Things like that. Imagine if it got to a point where we started to understand emotions and how to like tap into the brain on that level. Imagine like being able to convey the nostalgia and the emotion you have towards a game. I would love the idea of being able to convey the feelings in music to someone else. I believe, like, given the wide range of feelings I've had listening to music, that it is like a unique thing. When I really like this music, I think it feels and is uniquely different to what someone else might think and feel about that music. Now, if you're talking about something that both people like, there's probably not as much difference, but imagine like there's an artist that you don't like, but you could hear it from the ears, the heart, the mind and soul of someone who was like a mega fan, right? That would just be so crazy. Badger says, proper Black Mirror stuff. It will be if we can find an appropriate spin. How does this destroy society? How does sharing your enjoyment of music destroy society? Let's figure it out, peeps. Let's figure it out. Someone makes music that made them feel like destroying everything, and then they shared that feeling with everyone else. Jeez. Plot twist. Come on, hire me. Black Mirror, you listening? Are you listening? There's a writer right here. Okay, you've never heard amazing ideas like that before. I connect music and smells together all the time. I can listen to an old album and smell someone's perfume or aftershave, and I associate it with that person, says Badger. I was talking to my mate yesterday, and they really associate smell with a lot of emotions and memories. I don't do that quite as much, I was thinking, but I do have those occasional moments where you're like, oh, that smell, that reminds me of this or that. I think some people just have it more often or more frequently or whatever, right? Like, it's a common thing, but maybe just not for everyone. I think this thing's going to... Are we going to, like, turn the corner, drop down here into the warehouse? I don't know. I think we just need to do this for now. This is pretty good. This is pretty solid. We've got a solid floor plan together. So I got all of that stone slabs together so we could place the next bunch of blocks. And they will go here. And they will go over here as well. Wrong place. There we go. With that, I can start building it. Let's go get loads of slabs together. So many slabs. And peeps in chat are talking about synesthesia. That's where your senses cross over a little bit, right? Like, maybe synesthesia is the specific description of certain sensory overlaps. But, yeah, it's like where you see colour. Sorry, you see sound as colours. I mean, everyone sees colour unless you're colourblind or blind. But you know what I mean. That's what the eyes do. That's what they're there for. The slabbage is on, says Aloni B. Get your slabbage's cabbage hype going, because peeps, we're placing down all those slabs. All of them. I love it when you can taste colours, says Guminations. I've never experienced... Have I experienced any form of synesthesia? Let me think for a second. I probably have in a very... Like, maybe in particular moments, like just seeing a colour or... Like... Probably on occasion I've experienced eating something that's then maybe in a roundabout way kind of like reminds me of a colour. Maybe the last time I ate that food I was in a room with this colour. You know, like something a little bit more normative, I guess. I don't think I have any kind of anything close to synesthesia that I can think of. What I do have is musical memory. And I use the Wastelands as an example, and recently I was in the Wastelands again, and I just look at the rock formations and the general directions, and for some reason it's like a tapestry in my mind of things I was doing. Like if I look in a particular direction to where the sugarcane farm used to be, the area just behind that is just like, that's the Godfather 1, 2 and 3, you know? That's just what that part of the world is, because when I was doing that bit, that's what I was watching those movies. When I was doing some of the rivers over in the opposite direction, I was listening to the Korn album that was out at the time, The Path... Was it The Path to Totality or the one that came after that? Not the nu metal dubstep one, that one was awful. But anyway, the Paradigm Shift, something like that it was called. So yeah, when I go to that place, it's really insane how vivid all of like the records and stuff are. They're just... Like, all the movies and records are just in the landscape for me. You're the only person I've heard of who works the same way, says Navy Bluebell. I think I've heard other people describe it as well. But I think for anyone who's really got a strong connection to music will probably have a similar thing. Like, if I think of places in where I live, I can actually right now literally just throw my mind to particular areas and remember what I listened to in that area at one point in time. Like, that's what my mind is like with music, I guess. If I reverse that, listening to this song right now, I've listened to this song in many, many locations. It flashes back memories of like playing the game or when I first saw it, which was at Christmas when I was like a kid. It wasn't for me, it was for my dad, and I just saw this like weird computer game with this guy with these goggles on, and I was like, what is this? I kind of like remember it, and I can remember other times, but like it's the other way around that's really vivid, you know. I used to hate bacon, then I tried playing Minecraft for the first time in my many years. I also tried bacon for the first time in many years and I loved it. Now I want to eat bacon when I play Minecraft, says Kidagaru. That's a dangerous association there. You might end up just gouging on bacon every time you play Minecraft. Nah, I'm messing with you. Yeah, but I'm a bit fussy. I used to be a bit fussy with certain types of food, right? I try and break that all down now. Like, I used to hate mushrooms, but although they're not like the tastiest thing ever, I just if they're in it, I'll eat it. You know, like I think being fussy with food can be a bit silly sometimes, at least for me. Mickey's Gun is here for 9 months in a row, saying, "Hey X, finally got that Twitch baby. Horns in the air. Would love seeing you play City Skylines again. Missed your streams on that game. Would love to see you. What you would do with the Campus DLC. Much love, bro. Appreciate it, dude. I would like to play that game again. As for the DLCs they release for those games, I don't think I understand the mechanics of the game or play it enough to really get along with the way they set up their DLC interactions. We tried to do the whole farming thing, and it just kind of felt like build stuff, connect the roads, and it generates money. And then when we tried to experiment and control and figure out like how do we optimize, it didn't really go anywhere. And so I was kind of like thinking the Campus DLC would probably be a similar experience. Could be wrong, just that's my experience of how they've set up their DLCs. Okay, don't want any spawning on that. I'm going to eat some leftover tiramisu from my B-day, says Navy Bluebell. What is tiramisu? Sounds nice. I think I've had that before. Okay, let's... Right, we've got the concrete. We need more of the powder. Let's grab 4. Oh, look at this. I am a juggling materials. Bam, that's a crazy loud noise in my ear. It's awesome. Joshy Lee here doing cheers and throwing those bits. Saying cheer cheer brah, stinky cheese, stinky cheese. Well, thank you for the stinky cheese. I appreciate your cheers and bits. It seems that was the extent of your message. I thank you so much for your support, and I'll look out for you in chat if you want to add anything to that. Emily, you know, when people donate or do cheers and there's like no actual message with it, I do worry if they've like made a mistake, you know. But anyway, Emilu Didu says, I'm pretty sure for the second floor the path is off center. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. I used the guiding area below. I know exactly what you mean. Well done for pointing that out. I appreciate that. The OCD thanks you. It's not just OCD. It's like inherent design principle. Inherent design principle! God, I sound so fancy all of a sudden. Someone should hire me to do some job. Okay. I literally want an excuse to say inherent design principle again. That just says some job. Any job! Clean this toilet. Inherent design principle! Okay. It's 2 blocks from the start. That's what I came down here to check. 2 blocks from the start. And then I need like a disposable block. I guess I'll use that. Light source, 2 blocks. Light source, 2 blocks. Light source, 2 blocks. Light source. I could actually use a light source. 2 blocks. Light source. 2 blocks. Light source. 2 blocks. Are you enjoying this? Light source. Oh, you're enjoying it. Oh, you better be enjoying it. Light source. Light source. Wouldn't it be cool if it just happened to be right? Light source. It just happened to be, ladies and gentlemen, it just happened to be right. It just happened to be right. People are saying remix time. Well, that can be done because I record the audio from these streams separately. We should think about it a little bit more though. That might not be actually correct. So let's say we roll with it from the middle. It's in the middle of the corridor. So that would mean light source here, 1, 2. Yeah, look, actually no it's not, basically. Oh, I was about to make a fool of myself. In fact, I did make a fool of myself. So wouldn't that mean then that this is 1 block and the light source is there? So if I come over here and we were to move this all forward by 1. Yep. Yep. There we go. That was making me think of Hank Hill then. I sell propane and propane accessories. Why would anyone do drugs when they could just mow their lawn? That's my favourite Hank Hill quote. Cracks me up. Oh, I'd love to watch some of that again, the old King of the Hill. Genius show, genius. Oh, such a good show. I used to do a really good Boomhauer impression as well. I like sussed out how to talk like Boomhauer. It's like, it's quite easy if you just study how he talks a little bit. Oh, and there's this episode where like you see things from Boomhauer's perspective and he's just talking like very calm and rationally, and then everyone else comes in like bluttering this weird like language, and you hear like all the other characters talking like him. It's so good. Such a good show. Here we go. Right, I'm going to go down there in a second and pick up all those bits that I left behind. Neglecting them. Aloni B says, is Asuma a bloomer? And then Asuma did an oopsie. I don't recall what the oopsie is, and I'm not a bloomer. I'm what they call a millennial. And boy do I hate the tone that some people take on the internet when they like to write about millennials. I'm thinking, what, are you just trying to annoy a generation? Is that the plan with this article? The reasons millennials are lazy. And I'm like, just don't label a generation lazy. That's not productive. You'll probably find if you rounded up the generation, some of them would be lazy, some of them wouldn't. Why generalise? Oh, you internet bloggers. Oh, you got me riled up. Stop blogging! Sorry, that was a bit of a weird rant, wasn't it? Darn millennials, says Jessica. I'm pretty sure it's becoming like a bit of a meme, in a way. Like it's almost a joke. Just reply, okay, boomer, and everything they bash you under the collective term millennial. I'm not getting involved with it on that level. Like, I'm not going to paint some other generation in a brush. I don't even know. We don't even know. What if it's a child, okay? What if they're part of the generation below the millennials, alright? You don't know who's writing that blog. Could be a 4-year-old. They might just be really smart, you know? You don't know. Prove it. Prove I'm wrong. Prove that this fictional fictional article wasn't written by a fictional child. I dare you to even try. What I need is some scaffolding. Actually, no, I don't. I can just use this elevator. Shadow Lich says the Tide Pod generation. They can't really talk either. Oh dear. That's like generation common sense. Where is it? Oh no. The Tide Pod stuff is so bad. So bad. Let's pretend that never happened, okay? I guess natural selection is a thing, right? What age range is Gen X? I think Gen X is the one before the millennials, right? Like if you're in your 20s and 30s in the 90s, then you're a Gen X. But the reason that they get like names like that is because culture and stuff shifts over time, right? Like things happen and change, and we tend to like look back at things less gradual and try and like explain things that have happened in the past and the shifts in culture and mood and whatever the various elements you do to measure what's going on, right? You kind of like try and hem it into different eras. So for millennials, a lot of it's defined by growing up with the internet. I think is a sort of general thing that you could say defines what the millennials are, right? Who they are. Millennial is 80 to 96-ish. Oh, I would have thought it was more like a bit broader than that. I guess, yeah, no, that's probably about right, isn't it? No, you're probably right. But it changes all the time. There's no actual guidelines, says Badger. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, that like the things we're trying to define, you know, this constant flow of change, and then box it into some sort of era and give it a name, that too will change based on who's talking about it or what they think. Because like, if you hear the term millennial being thrown around without a definition, it means something to you. It might not mean the same thing that the person who coined it mean. It might not mean what the next person you talk to about millennial thinks it means either. It's one of the things of language. I like how after football practice, I always like it when there is a stream. Cool. Hope your football practice went well. Exennials are the overlaps. 77 to 83. Oh, like Generation X. Exennials. Generation Z is 95 to 2015. There was... Generation Z was actually a thing that they called millennials before millennials. Because I remember when I was young and first sort of learning, oh, there's like these terms that we give for different generations, and they were talking about Generation X and Generation Z. You know, this was like on a show or something, right? So some person somewhere can talk about something like me on the internet, and then doesn't mean it's the thing that sticks or whatever. But anyway, I remember this whole thing about like Generation Z and all this, and that was what apparently I was a part of. That's actually like, I don't think I've thought of that since. It's just kind of come back to me all of a sudden. I remember seeing this whole thing about Generation Z. For some reason I've got a logo of it in my head as well, like someone made a logo for it. But yeah, I guess that never stuck, right? And then millennials stuck. But I remember like hearing that when I was like real young, way before millennials was a term. Way. To be fair, 75% of my focus is on the chat, says Dark Candle. Don't be fearful. Don't be full of fear. Isn't millennials Generation Y? Oh, maybe that was what they called it, Gen Y. No, I've got an image of a Gen Z logo in my head. Maybe it was called Generation Y. I don't know, right? What do I know, eh? I'm just a derp on the internet making a thing called idea. That's it. We'll leave it at that. This song shouldn't be on this playlist in theory, but I'm going to leave it on. I don't know why this was on the soundtrack. I don't think it actually played inside of the game itself. Oh, it's actually a synth remake, isn't it? Why have I not... I must have noticed that before. I'm just re-noticing it. Yeah, that's totally just a synth remake. Righty-o. Righty-o, ho-ho. Here we go. What to do next? I need to get more sea lanterns. I think let's give it a break there. My camera account's been recording for a while. So what did we do for all of that recording? It was remaking elevators and next floor. Cool. Cool beans. Camera count, you get to rest. We absolutely need some sea lanterns next. That's what we need. So where do we go for sea lanterns? To my base. I do believe we are running short on the means to produce and make said sea lanterns, which is potentially problematic. I mean, imagine a world without sea lanterns. My goodness me. Right, I'm down to 5 rockets. Let's actually stock up. And by stock up, I mean give me 3 more. No, I'll take more than that. Okay. Mr. Ohio says hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mr. Ohio. By the way, we had Horse Peg subscribe with Amazon Prime. Horse Peg, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Sylvester says, X, how about that tea? I drank it all earlier. Oh, and we got a noise in the ear. It's a Twitch baby. Jonathan Mueller for 9 months. Thank you ever so much, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you are entertained, enjoying the stream. And having a good time. Thank you for your support. X makes a Guardian base, runs out of materials to make sea lanterns, says Emmylou Didu. Ever since we updated to 1.14, that farm has had some sort of issue that I haven't tracked down. What was weird is when I tested the farm to see how it behaved in 1.14, and now that I think about it, there's 1.14.1234, right? But, yeah, like the performance did not work how it did when I tested it. It seems to be pretty rubbish since upgrading. Mr. Ohio says, hey X, can you give me some advice? Sure, it depends what it is. Possibly, I could. I mean, you wouldn't want advice from me about something I don't know about. You wouldn't want terrible advice, right? Advice can be good and bad. Cole says, my dog is in love with your videos. It might be your voice, and now I've come to love you. Oh, that's very lovely. Thank you. Yeah, I often get messages about cats watching my episodes, and I get sent pictures of cats sitting on laptops listening to my voice. Okay. Oakley Dokley. Here we go, Klee. Yeah, here we go, Klee. Well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, we do have some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This stuff, loads of it. Okay, let's make a couple of those. And then above that, nothing else, right? And then there shouldn't be anything in these ones. I mean, something has definitely gone wrong. I reckon maybe the redstone somewhere is faulty. Faulty redstone. Did I got this the wrong way around, didn't I? It's 5 of the other type and 4 of this. So we'll just do it the unspecified way for now. Let's do all of that. Get some more. That's good. And then some more. So I think we are really... Oh no, we're not. We've got loads down there. Never mind. What's up? Either Call of the Valkyries in the background. That's the one in the background. Mr. Ohio has spoken, says Ilya. If you give me some advice on streaming and networking, again, being more specific would be more helpful for me to answer your question. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are a few fragments here and there, but 10, was there 0 when we came over here to begin with, you know? I don't know, but that's all we're getting apparently. That's all we're getting. How many did we put back in there too? So no more now. Yeah, I reckon maybe it's something with the redstone. I need to investigate. I need to investigate. But hey, look at that. We got loads of sea lanterns. That's good. It's a good thing. Pony Hunter says that is true. Loading the farm is important. Well, I do spend a bit of time in my base now and then. You know, tidying up items, smelting. Like, it does get loaded. Not a crazy amount, but I feel like for the time it gets loaded, it's nothing like it used to be. Maybe the problem was I was actually, you know, spending a crazy amount of time when it was in 1.13. Maybe the timing was just poor. Mr. Ohio said, just blew my mind. Me? Well, like I was saying, like I get some questions sometimes, like, can I ask you a question? And it's like, well, that is a question. Yeah, this is a Twitch chat, ask away. But sometimes it's like, oh, do you have any advice for streaming? And I do, but like I ask people to be more specific. I feel like it's more useful if I know what kind of advice you're looking for. Because you might, you know, I might go, hey, you should be consistent, stream every day, and say thanks to people that tune in and follow or whatever, right? You might already be doing that. You're thinking, that's not what I meant. I meant, what codec should I use, and what stream settings, and what program, right? Or I could tell you those things, and you might be like, hey, I know all of that stuff. I need to learn how to get a following, or, right? You know, the specifics are good. Mr. Ohio here says, so X, what I mean is I just started streaming, and I need advice on it. Oh, goodness me. What did I just literally, that was perfect timing, dude. Perfect timing. I'll wait for your next message, alright? We'll get there in the end. Well, I'll understand a little bit more what you want to know, eventually. We'll get there in the end. Okay, we got these. We got those. We needed them. Now we need the white concrete. And a lot of it, basically. A lot of it. Now, I do need a lot turned into white concrete, so I think what we'll do next is spend a little bit of time together making white concrete. It's what you tuned in for. You wanted to see me make the white concrete. I know it's the most exciting part of the stream, okay? Calm down, peeps. Let's go make some of this concreto. Concreto, that just sounds weird. Okay, there we go. And dyes over here. Sea lanterns in this bit. Oh man, I love this song. The soundtrack's so good. It's chillax. Did we get another message from our dude in the chat? Because I didn't look at chat for the last couple of minutes. I believe you can buy concrete from Sahara, says Zyblo. From Sahara now? Who might have stocked that? Oh, I know what you're on about. I know what you're on about. They made a whole thing, didn't they? They made a whole thing. Whoopsie doopsie. Let's do it like that. And a concrete generator. That's a project I really wanted to do, actually. I wrote it down and then this gal did it. And then I kind of felt like, maybe I won't bother. One thing I think I want to do next season is, with so many of the farms now kind of being easier than ever, like, you could get more flexible and creative in the past, but now with things like wither roses, there's just too much ease in making farms in this game. I think I kind of, next season, want to do something I wanted to do for a long time and take a little bit of inspiration from an old school YouTuber called Red Eyes and try and get a bit more of like an animated project going on. And I think what I'd like to do, like when I do a sheep farm, I think rather than, you know, having it all automated, tucked away, I might like animate it and make it so even though you don't need to move the sheep around, but they'll like get moved to shearing chambers, and so when the farm's running you'll see like a bunch of sheep in minecarts moving around. Something like that I thought could be really cool. What's next season? There is no number bigger than Sixfinity, says Alon B. Sevenfinity! Oh, mind blown. Mind blown. Mind blown. Talismancer says, for an old one, thank you very much, X, for your Polybridge series. I've been rewatching it and it's been fun. Cool, glad you're enjoying it again. I had a lot of fun making those. They were good. Grian reply. Answer Grian! Jeez, that elevated quickly. Grian responded. Grian replied in chat X. Grian replied, Answer Grian! Jeez. Jeez, people, calm down. I've probably got enough now anyway, but it'll be good to know. Oh, there we go. Another one done. Don't take that long, does it? Does knacky your pick out, though. Does this thing have mending on? Yeah, I put mending on it. It doesn't have efficiency 5. So you want to make an automatic, non-automatic sheep farm, says Hearty. No, I want to make an automatic sheep farm. I just want it to be animated. I want it to be visual. I want it to be exciting to look at. Not just a bunch of sheep in a hole getting automatically sheared by a dispenser. I'm thinking, like, maybe you have areas where they can regrow their wool and they get shuffled around in minecarts, or maybe use honey blocks to move them about. Like, I just think next season, everything I do has got to be about making it interesting while you're using it. Right? And for some farms, that might not be as necessary as others. I want to play this game with a new angle. And I feel like the whole, go build the crazy chunk of death, for example. Great mob farm, but do you look at it? No. So I think it'd be cool to try and make those aspects of this game a little bit more animated and interesting this time. That's my goal anyway. X, what do you think about how you can create block ticker tape system with honey and slime blocks? Curious how that would be applied. What's a block ticker tape system? I know you can create like tape feeds that have sticky blocks in them, right? Hence the non-automatic park, just looking non-automatics is an hearty. Well, no, like how it would look wouldn't really matter. Well, I guess it could look like it's non-automatic, but actually is. But like how it looks is more for your interest. Like a lot of the time when you go use a farm, a lot of what's going on is just sort of like hidden or super efficient. I just think it'd be cool to try and build farms with this idea of creating your own story for them. Like imagine a lab. Imagine you've got loads of white concrete, like an idea kind of look, right? Except in this place, instead of coming here to shop, it's actually like a bunch of mob farms and whatnot. So maybe there's like a window like this, without like a big open space behind it. And then when you run the sheep farm, you see sheep going through, right? And you see them getting sheared and the wool drops down. And then maybe the wool then like goes through a water stream. And you see the wool getting moved around to a chest in a water stream, right? Rather than just be like, okay, the sheep are on this block, there's a hopper underneath it and a chest next to that hopper. Like, do things a bit more orchestrated and interesting. Aprover is here gifting subs. Aprover, thank you for supporting the community. I appreciate you doing that. Very kind of you to do so. Aprover here gifting subs. If you hear your name read out loud, you are now a subscriber. The Blockmaster 101. While Max plays, Dragon Plays 99, So Sad _ and Freshwater Taffy. Feel free to throw a love heart in chat. Aprover's way, and Aprover, thank you so much for the gifting of the sub. It is appreciated. It is appreciato. Let's grab some iron. I keep running out of iron. I keep running out of this stuff. Let's get a whole bunch of it. We got Slushy Animation here, resubscribed for 2 months, saying, hey, Asuma, just tuned in. Have a wonderful day. You too. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate the support. I do. Let's do that. A whole stack of them. That's probably not enough, but we'll throw in a few more for good measure. Right, now we have all the materials that we need to go up top and continue doing this. Did I log out from my stream? I did. I think I might leave it there actually. Log out from my stream, log out from my replay. I think I might just leave it there for now. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Because I could record me doing a bit more up here, but I don't need to capture every little moment. I just kind of wanted to get some of the process here in place. Navy Bluebell says the music is very quiet. I have a lot of differing opinions on what volume of the music should be. Therefore, I've kind of settled with this, which seems to create the least amount of discussion in chat. The least amount of it should be higher and the least amount of it should be lower that I see. It is 1, 2, 3, then 1. Just reminding myself. Just reminding myself. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 at this height. Cool, that means the next blocks are over here. And our first light source is from the middle, right here. Now this is where the trapdoors come in handy, because that's how they need to look anyway. 1, 2, so yeah. No. Oh, have I done things wrong here? I have. I'm off to a brilliant start. Yay me. No! It's been wasted! Okay, I'm picking it back up. I'm picking it back up. Oh, I should put around in the corner here. Somebody says hi. Sorry, I'm not a sub. Money situation not the best, but I like your streams. Dude, don't even worry about it. Come in and have a good time. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about all that other stuff. I appreciate you being here. Let's triple check this one. Yeah, it goes there. And I've lost another block. We're going to leave that one down there this time, though. Harty says, hey, are you in Demise? If so, I've heard that there is now a trick to sleep in the Nether. I should try it. Oh, whoa. Hang on a minute, though. Didn't sleeping in the Nether used to blow you up and kill you? Oh, doing that in the game of Demise. Oh, but apparently there's a new trick. What's the trick, Harty? What is the trick? I want to know. I think it's worth taking a risk, peeps. Also, is this entire measurement entirely wrong? Is that what I've just realised? Have I managed to do this wrong twice? Or I think I've fluffed this up. Oh, here we go again. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it was 2 blocks out, and there is just 1 block from the edge. Good to know. Good to know. That I'm cool with that. I can live with that. That won't keep me awake at night. Attempting to use the bed in the Nether and the end causes it to explode and set fire to surrounding blocks. The bed also explode if used in the Nether and biome in the overworld. The explosion is a power 5, which is stronger than TNT, but not as strong as Charge Creeper in the End Crystal. That sounds like it was copied from a wiki, because you left the references in. Now, I'm not going to shame you. No, I'm messing. Jeez, I'm such a dork. You say that, but there's that episode of Hermitcraft that everyone got confused about, where I set my spawn in the end, and then I respawned there because I was in the end. Do you not remember that? I mean, a bit conflicting, isn't it, with what you just said, you know? A little bit conflicting. X, what are your thoughts on using 4 honey bottles to get 1 honey block? Should it be more? I think it's fine. I don't know. It's good that you can now craft it. Like, the changes they made in the snapshot make a lot of sense, but I don't think it needs to change from that. I think it's fine. I keep reading these messages like in a weird voice. I don't know why. How many Assumovoids are there? Says Core Comics. There's me, and I think that's it. Talismancer says, X, okay, how did you set your spawn in the end? See, if I read it, I can make the messages just sound weird. I need to find more voices. This is interesting. We're going down a new avenue here, you know. Asuma, answer Graham in chat. He's asking how much you need. You probably didn't say it like that, okay? I probably just lowered the tone a bit, but I don't care. I'm experimenting. We've got to find the perfect voice to read messages with. Yeah, we've probably got loads now that we've made some of our own. Sorry, reading chat, finding a couple of them funny. Not sure what I'm going to read out next, you know. Y'all are slacking right now. Post some better quality comments. No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. See, I can't hold a joke for a second. I immediately feel guilty. Kath the Dragon says, X, I'm good. 3 seconds later. Hey, Grian, I need concrete. It might happen. It might happen. You know, I could run out. No, I'm not going to run out. Look how much I've got. Loads. Absolutely loads. What was the answer to how you set your spawn in the end, says Talismancer? I slept in the bed. Go watch the video. It's easy. It's easy peasy. Jack and Squeezy. Is it Jack and Squeezy or... Jack and Squeezy. What is that from? 4K comment, dude, says Karat Kavat. What's 4K comment mean? The 4,000th in the stream? Is that a number you can see? Is that like a number you see? How many comments there are in a stream? That's interesting. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Lemon Squeezy. Lemon Squeezy, Jack and Easy. What's Jack and Easy? Oh, I don't know. Brain's probably just being lazy and throwing in some random words. You know, lazy brain. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, says Pony Hunter. I know that one. One potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato more. Yep, these are rhymes that we are reading out. Jackaroni and cheese. I had this jackfruit thing the other day. It's like a meaty tasting fruit. Does anyone know it? I think it's called jackfruit. I literally think it's called that. Could be wrong. I mean, the person who discovered it, were they called Jack? It's used in tacos for a lot of vegan tacos. That sounds great. I want a vegan taco now. Damn, I'm hungry. No, we're not allowed to talk about food. I can't eat until tomorrow. Go up here, there we go. I've had fake pulled pork, which was jackfruit. Yeah, that's what I remember. It's supposed to taste like pork, right? Interesting. I remember it being nice. Why can't you eat until tomorrow, says Talismancer? Because I fast intermittently. And today, actually, I got up and I just had like a rumbly stomach all morning. And so I thought, you know, you always strive to do your fasting every day. But I had breakfast at 8, worked out, had more breakfast at like 10. And then didn't eat until 1. And then ate again at like 3:30. And then that's it, I'm done for the day. Salads are really good. I really like spinach and egg in mine, says Freshwater Taffy. Me too. I had loads of spinach and egg in my salads last week. Salads I really love. They're so good. Probably my favourite meal in reality. Like, well, favourite meal that I could eat every day is a salad. I'd like, even as much as I love like something like enchiladas, I think if I ate them every day, they'd lose their touch. But salads, man, always good. How do you win that race, X? Because I fast. Says Abe Forever. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. I'm fast too. Yes, I got ya. I got ya. I understand. I like eating cilantro with eggs. What is cilantro? Cilantro Gamer was a chap who used to be on Hermitcraft. I never heard of cilantro as food though. It's what Americans call coriander. Ah, right. I never put any of those cooking spices into a salad. Like I've got coriander, chive, some mint, basil, all kinds of things like that. And I never thought of putting them in a salad. I tend to put them in like an omelette if I'm making an omelette, right? That's what I do. With me cooking and all that. Spices are awesome, says Stigan. Yeah, they can just add a little extra kick of flavour in, right? Like, who don't want a little extra kick of flavour, okay? I say be careful where you kick me, but bring the flavour. Favourite supercar, says Michael. I'm not into cars at all in that way. I'm into cars in the kind of way where it's like, I wish there were less of these things. They drive me mad in my... Well, not just where I live, everywhere you go, cars. When I went to Rome, there were so many cars, it was unbelievable. Every little bit of space that could be used as a parking spot was. I mean, I even saw cars parked parallel to the road alongside it. And, like, the cars there were, like, kind of miniature. They were built for it. It's crazy. It's so inefficient and ridiculous the way we use cars. But that's a discussion for another day. Don't get me going off about cars and the environment. Oh, the environment. It'll be alright. Jeez. The environment. Someone's always moaning about it. Anyway. Where are we at? What are we doing? Gonna look for someone to raid. To riggedy raid. Oh, Moons of Madness. What on earth is that? I'm gonna go pick a random Minecraft channel. Send you over to some more Minecraft action. And, don't know where I'm sending you. Keep that in mind. Just, oh, there's someone here doing Psycraft. There you go. Go check out some Psycraft action. Peeps, this is the end of the live stream. Thank you everyone who tuned in, who resubscribed, subscribed, donated and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. Thank you to all of my patrons as well. And if you want to go click the raid button in chat right now, you can participate in the raid. But that's it from me, so thank you so much for watching. And I'll be seeing you later. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.